Gaga.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
This is Mason Jax. It's your boy, Baby Bash.
Hey, this is Justin Bieber. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Kelly Clarkson.
Hey, what's up? This is 50 Cent. Yo, this is your boy, Flo Rida. Believe that.
Yo, this is Ja Rule.
What up? This is Kesha.
This is David Guetta.
What's up for Destiny's Child?
This your boy, Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, this is Ty Cruz. Yo, what up? It's Big Snoop Dogg. Proud to like it, y'all. This your boy, Twist in the house.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift, and you're listening to
The Emirates show.
Check this out. Check it out.
And this is the mix, alright?
What's up? This is Big Will Smith.
Hey, check this out, man. It's your boy, Young Tro. This is Marilyn Manson.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Luciano Spalletti et ce soir je suis avec Elegbete sur Elegbete TV Radio.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Elegbete TV Radio, we dare to lead. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio. Elegbete TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on the Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafe Matthew. You love to comment the Elegbete One Sports. It's a lovely time to be at here in the studio doing what we love to do. How was your night? How's everything with you? I hope you had a good time. That's all I can say for now. But in case you didn't have a good time, you can start now by improving your own day and making it better. Stepmonic. To say Elegbete, congratulations about our new president on Instagram. Well, I'm still waiting. I think that the team that the people that lost will go to court. I'm very, very convinced about it. I think they'll go to court. So I'm not extremely excited yet about new president or old president. I'm just folding my hands and watching and see how it will go. But whatever it is, you're watching our live stream, please tell us, give us feedback on how you are seeing it, consuming it over where you are on YouTube especially. We're trying a few new software. We're trying to change a few things. We're trying to improve on how the streams are done. And we'll see how it goes. Yesterday we find out as well that we need to change our computers and buy some new ones and all that. So it's up to you guys who are viewing it right now to tell us, give us the feedback that we need. How is it looking like? Is it better? Is it good? There could be a little bit of delay anyway, but whatever it is, we are doing what we're doing for the good of the broadcast, for the good of the project, and we think we can, take it up from here and keep improving and getting better. Having said that, Grimsby Town, 89 years that it has been for them to get this far in the FA Cup. 87 years, sorry. It has been for them to get this far in the FA Cup. And they've beaten 5 teams above them. They are the magic of the FA Cup. They are the team of the FA Cup. And they've been doing it. They beat Southampton. Where does this put Southampton? I know that they made 9 changes from their weekend squad. They are preparing for Leicester over the weekend. And so there is more focus on surviving in the league. Everybody knows that the league is where the money is. It's a cash cow. And you would rather focus on playing in the league and winning in the league, gaining points so that you can avoid relegation, than making progress in the FA Cup at the end of the day, still getting relegated in the league. We've seen a team win the FA Cup before Wigan, where Roberto Martinez was in charge, beat Manchester City in the FA Cup finals, but still went on relegation, and they've not been back since then. So you look at that and you say to yourself, probably they did that. But then let's not make excuses for Southampton and then forget what Grimsby Town have done. They are 16th in the second division in League 2, but they beat a Premier League team. That is awesome. That is amazing. Manchester United also won their game, and Arsenal won their league match 4-0. Liverpool won again in the league. They might not be doing well in the Champions League, but it seems like they are beginning to try to put a run together. A little bit of respect for them for being able to do that. Virgil van Dijk was the man who started it. Mo Salah added the second, and it was 2-0. And it was beautiful. Okay, so all that said, let's look at what the talking point for today's show is really about. 87 years since Grimsby Town made it this far in the FA Cup. Did Paul Onuachu and Joe Aribo make the wrong decision? It's Trossard a better buy compared to Mikhailo Modric and his Casemiro the best buy of the season? All of these are the conversations that we're going to have on the show today. It's your show, it's my show, it's our show. Let's make the very best of it. Wherever you are, whether you're on Instagram or you are on YouTube, your comment on the show is what drives the show. You stay quiet and the show becomes dead and boring because it becomes a ranting of one man in the studio who probably doesn't know what he's saying. But you guys make it very, very good when we make it conversational. This is YouTube, it's not regular radio, so you have to understand what it is. It's online radio. It means that you guys need to get involved as much as I am in the studio. Having said that, I like to put this out there and say, yeah, the talk about Victor Osimhen going to Manchester United doesn't look like a rumor anymore. Seems like a very solid conversation, and they are looking at him. And then there was this talk about the 16 screws on his face and the metal plate on his face. He needs him needing operation again, because the question was asked, when would he remove his black mask from his face? And the doctor that operated in the surgeon that operated on him said he would need to remove the metal plate, the protective metal plate on the inside, and then the screws there, because they expect that the bone, the facial bone here, would have healed and come together, and then the eye socket would also have healed and be firm enough to keep his eye in place. Remember, Osimhen's one eye actually pulled out of his socket, and this bone here, the cheekbone, cracked. So for that guy to come out, some people would end their career there, some people will go blind. For him to come back and still grit together, what a wonderful story is made for football, and it's something that needs to be talked about time and time again without resting. But that's not the conversation we're talking about right now. The major conversation is that Manchester United seen as the solution to their attacking problem. Probably the piece of the jewel of the crown that will make them go from almost to being there. Okay, they believe that if they get Osimhen in their squad and they play the way they play, August is good, but they think Osimhen coming in will just change the whole dynamic. What do you really think? Now, it's not where it should go. This is not a question of where it should go. Let's even look at this Manchester United very well. There's Rashford there is Sancho, there is Anthony, there is Garnacho, who for me, I think is a gem, but I don't think they'll be able to keep him. Something might just happen, and Real Madrid, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, because next summer, the funny thing about next summer is that a lot would happen in the summer. And why I'm saying that is most likely Lionel Messi would not remain a player of Paris Saint-Germain. And there is also the likelihood of, if Lionel Messi is going to the US, Neymar will want to go to the US as well, or probably leave Europe. I think he's a bit damaged. Neymar is a bit damaged. When I say damaged, in the sense that a lot of people don't rate him anymore, but I still rate him very high. So there are not too many clubs that will want to take Neymar. Plus the fact that he's got an entourage, he's got big salaries, he's got conditions, he's got baggages and all that. And not too many people will want to sign him on right now. So going to the US would be an alternative for him, if you understand what I mean. So look at Paris Saint-Germain carefully, and there is the possibility that Karim Benzema will be told at Madrid that, okay, thank you very much for all you've done, it's time to let you go. You've really stayed with us for many years. You served us well, won us everything that we need a player to win for us. You've been loyal in the Ronaldo era, and after the Ronaldo era, you bailed us out, you stood out, you've won Ballon d'Or as well, but it is time for you to step aside and let somebody else. And talking about Benzema as well, Benzema is not happy that Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or. Man, brother, and then he listed all the titles that he won last season. Yes, he won all that title, but Messi won the World Cup. What do you expect? Come on, who's going to give you that title with somebody winning the World Cup? Come on, the way he did, and he scored in every round. Come on, get out of here. Don't come and disturb my ear with your ranting. I don't think that is important. Okay, having said all of that, okay, Neymar might leave. Mbappe might go to Real Madrid to replace Karim Benzema. So Paris Saint-Germain will be left naked. When I say naked, they will be left empty. They will be left stranded, not having the players to really lead that line. They might decide, you know what, we're going to spend big and start bringing in this player. So Osimhen might be a player they will target. And if there's so the thing about life is about money. Money changes everything. Even Bible says money answereth all things. It is say something. It's money answereth all things. So we might sit here and say, oh, you should go to this, you should go to that. But I'm just laying the cards on the table so that when you want to make that decision, when you want to make your comment, you would have all this information at the back of your hand and be able to make an informed judgment on this. But Manchester United seems to be like the club who said, you know what? We have identified the player that we need. We have seen the one that we need. We have seen that this is the guy that would come out and bail us. And this is the guy that we need. And his name is Victor Osimhen from the tribe of the Edo people. Okay? And he was born and raised in Lagos. Okay? And no matter what anybody says, Osimhen is the guy that they need right now. Okay? So, we're saying after winning the league in Italy, I'm taking it for granted that the league is won. And most likely, you know what's gonna make it even a whole lot more difficult now? So let me play one scenario that I was playing all through last night. After I watched the match, and we're doing all the work that we're doing in the studio, trying to get the software working, and we realized that we now need to spend about 2.5 million to buy another type of computer, gaming computer, to be able to really do what we see other channels do, like the United Star, like the AFTV. It's crazy. I don't know where that money is going to come from, but we have never known where any of the money that we've spent on this project is coming from, but it still doesn't stop it from coming. So now this is what I am saying. Now that Man United have said Osimhen is the guy, and alternatively, I cannot believe anyway that Harry Kane is not an alternative to Victor Osimhen, but that's life anyway. As a Nigerian, I am feeling extra excited. Like as a Nigerian, I am over the top. And the beautiful part was that I predicted this from when he just came out of the under 17. So I'm happy. I'm sure John Ogu is happy where he is. Kenneth Omeru is happy where he is as well. All these guys said the same thing. The same thing when I interviewed Judo Gallo. He said the same thing about this young kid. And there are those who also doubted him anyway. I won't lie. There are those who thought I was crazy, who thought I was talking shit. But that Harry Kane is the alternative to Victor Osimhen. The primary target is Victor Osimhen. They don't get him to go for Harry Kane. Is amazing. But I understand Harry Kane is no longer a kid, he's older. So obviously you want to buy a player that will be long term. Right? But Harry Kane could be a Casemiro, a stopgap solution that could give you 2-3 seasons of something that is very, very important. Okay? And having said that, and I look at him and I say to myself, okay, he's gonna go there. But like I said, I want to play a devil's advocate and give you guys another scenario. So the next round of the UEFA Champions League, next round, Napoli qualified. Napoli is gone away to win 2-0. They come back home, they win again, and they qualify for the next round. And the draw pits them against either Paris Saint-Germain, if they go through, or Real Madrid. I'm just playing the devil's advocate, guys. Follow me on this one. And then Osimhen goes and scores in both legs and knock any of the two out. Okay, if Paris Saint-Germain doesn't go through now in this phase, because they lost that to Bayern, right? So if they don't go through, it means, let's say, Real Madrid. So once they don't go through, they would go into that state of problem, troubleshooting, crisis management. They've also done excellently well in the league this season. So they will start shopping for new players because they know the players that are going to leave already. Now that tells me they will come like a mighty rushing wind to try to get Osimhen as fast as possible. If Osimhen wants to go there, probably the one thing that would get him the one thing that could get him is if they put 300,000 or 250,000 pounds or euros on the table. He currently earns 100,000 euros. I'm laying all the cards on the table. I'm trying to see what would happen with Victor Osimhen at the end of the season in the summer, and they put that on the table and say, look, Victor, name your price. We'll put a private jet available for you anywhere you want to go. A private jet will be available because part of his contract in Napoli is that there's a private jet that takes him 4 times, available to him 4 times. That you guys don't understand. That's part of the deal. So if they put that as available trip on the yard, so, hooking up with some Hollywood stars and big NBA stars and all that, we will do that for you. Osimhen is also a fashionista. He's a guy who's very, very colorful with what he wears and likes to make a statement with what he wears. He likes street wears a lot, but he likes to make a statement with it. So if they put all that on the cards, and then Manchester United is not going to offer all that. Manchester United is going to offer a big contract, a big pay, and so you're coming to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world historically. Because last 10 years they've not been, but historically, and they are on the rise now. Let's be very honest. Man United are on the rise with Erik ten Hag. It seems like Erik ten Hag would deliver the goods for them, and they just might end up winning the title. Okay, next season, not this season. And this season they're still in the title race anyway. But I'm saying, putting all these things together, all things being equal, the possibility of all of these things happen. What should Victor Osimhen do? You are his advisor. You are his advisor. What would you advise him? Because I think it's going to be a race, a triangular race. Man United, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, and softly Juventus. I don't know, but Juventus might try to say, okay, he's proven himself in Italy. Let's, go and nick him. So I need you to be his advisor. I need you to be his team of his management team. And let's talk about him. If you pick any club for him, tell me why he should go to that club. Look at the players, the system they play, what's going on there, and why you think that should be the place he should go. While you are thinking and writing, let me read some of the messages that I have, starting from Instagram, and I'll come to YouTube as we go. So, starting up from Instagram, OZ joined us and he said, "Good morning, boss. Good morning to you, my brother. How is Riyadh? How is Odion? How is our superstar, our forever young evergreen?" Once again, pass my message to him. I don't want to hear I want to retire now. That's it. I don't want to hear. It's not acceptable. You know, when you resign as a company, I tell you your resignation letter is not accepted. You will still work here. Oga, name your price. We'll double your salary. We'll triple it, but you will work here. Yes, that's Odion for us. It's not retiring. Family people have had a meeting and we have decided, Oga, it's not time to retire. We still want to see you on the field of play. Yes, I know you've got family to take off. I know you have your kids to take off. But we still just want to see you playing. We still want to see you on another World Club Championship. This time you guys might win it. We still want to see you rolling around there. And we still want to be thinking, oh, Saudi Arabia is the league. It's not because Cristiano Ronaldo, it's because of Odion. So we just want that to continue to happen. Well, Cars_347, they say, Arsenal made my night yesterday. We finally broke down the stubborn Everton team. I know we're going to beat them at home. I mean, come on, 29 VC, they've won only once. I know we're going to beat them at home. I don't know what happened with us going to Everton and not winning that game. I can't phantom why we did not win that game. Arteta haven't traveled to Everton, got his, Merseyside very well. He's not gone there. I won against Liverpool, neither has he gone to win against Everton. But there was no shadow of that. Once I know that Eddie Nketiah is not starting the game, Trossard is in that middle, playing as a first nine. If Arsenal keep playing the first nine against all these teams that play the way they play, Arsenal will beat them. Yeah, there's a stroke of luck to some of the goals, like the first goal, opening goal, but that's what it means. When you work extremely hard, you now create your own luck, and that's exactly what happened in that game. Okay, Kaz_347 said, I would prefer Osimhen in Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid are going to offer him a deal, unless he plays, like, you know how Karim Benzema became a Madrid player. Every time Real Madrid plays against Lyon, Karim Benzema was the guy, him and Sidney Govou were the guys who were running them ragged and tearing them to pieces. And Madrid like, we're not having any of this again. No. These guys cannot be knocking us out. Let's go get their key man. That's how they got him. Okay? So, but I'm not sure Real Madrid is going to be. Madrid's target is Kylian Mbappe. Now, the reason Madrid buy players, so players that have a higher chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. So when you look at Madrid today, the next player that would win the Ballon d'Or is obviously Mbappe. And Madrid likes that pride, that arrogance that comes with, yes, it's when this guy was playing for us that he won this award. They won that. So Madrid is going to do everything to get Mbappe. I think so. I seriously think so. And Osimhen, I don't think it's going to go to Madrid unless they get to meet each other in the next round. And I mean, imagine Osimhen scoring a hat-trick against Madrid at the Bernabeu. Oh, Jesus Christ. Say something like that. What's wrong with you? I'm dreaming. And then again, they go to Napoli, and again, he scores another hat-trick or scores 2. Okay, let's be nice. It's Madrid we're talking about here. Come on, it's Madrid. Madrid is a god. He's a Zeus. They are a Zeus in this whole football matter. So we should show them some respect. When they're playing their Classico tonight, I don't know what's going to happen. Those 2 teams, they didn't do well over the weekend. But let's see what happens tonight. So that probably could just change their mind as, okay, let's bring in this one. We might make him win the Ballon d'Or. Or probably we'll just keep him and make sure that he's there scoring the goal so that he helps Vinicius Jr. to win the Ballon d'Or. Because Karim Benzema also coming. Mbappe also coming means that Vinicius Jr.'s chances of winning the Ballon d'Or could just be limited. But then again, you have to consider the fact that they signed one boy from Chelsea thinking that this is the next best thing, and that guy has been eating fat, growing big, and not adding any value to the team, just collecting salary and making Chelsea to win bonuses, to collect bonus money. I'm talking about a guy that you guys said was better than Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo one time. His name is Eden Hazard, but he's not Hazardous at all at Madrid. Okay. But my brother said I would prefer Osimhen in Real Madrid because no Nigerian has played for Madrid. Only if Karim Benzema, only if Karim leaves though. Even if he doesn't leave, I think they would sign a player to replace him. Karim is not a reliable player anymore. He's aging and he's showing in his game. So money too. He says, where is that boy that usually presents with you? I've not seen him in a long time. He's preparing for his exams, so he has to stay focused. He has to grow and focus with his attending lessons, and the lessons in the morning, so he's preparing for his exams, and we just give him that time to focus. Okay, Stepani Trisegalo is the first Nigerian to play for Manchester United. We know, I don't know why you're mentioning that, but it's not a conversation I will need right now. Okay, Emeka Emmanuel Izundu, he said, good morning, Elevator One, good morning to you. I believe Man United need a striker. As a United fan, I would like us to sign Osimhen, but I don't know if he will succeed in England. As a Nigerian, I want him to take Europe by S. That's why I write. Maybe surprise is what you wanted to write. I don't know, but that's what I saw there. Stepani Tui said Osimhen have to go to PSG so that he can be playing with Neymar. Are you sure Neymar will be there next season? That's another part you have to consider. Okay, I'm not sure if Neymar will be there, but let's see. Everybody came out and came back and said, good morning, as a United fan, blah, 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 blah. You repeat the same thing again. But as a Nigerian, I want him to sign to take Europe by storm. So I want him to go where he will succeed. I don't know if he will succeed in the EPL. Okay, you don't know, just like we don't know. But you never know until you try. A lot of people said he won't do well in Italy because they are so tactical. The league is different from where he's played before. But then he's had his greatest success in Italy. Osimhen looks to me like the guy who excelled where nobody expects him to excel. So let's go to the comments on YouTube. You guys are throwing it there, and I'm loving it. Starting with Eze Patrick, who says, good morning, everyone. Haaland is the best summer signing in the EPL. That's your opinion. I want to hear from other people. What do you think was the best signing in the EPL this summer, this season? Okay, from summer to January, it's the best signing that any team ever had. You know, there is Zinchenko to Arsenal, there is Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal, there is what's that one called now? There is Casemiro to Manchester United, there is Pedro Porro to Tottenham Hotspur, and that one is like there is Haaland to Man City. There is also Julian Alvarez, who's gone on to win the World Cup to Manchester City. Who again? I'm talking major signings now. I'm not talking. Okay, for me, I think Casemiro is the best signing this season. Yeah, Casemiro, in my opinion, is the best signing. Manchester United have won the Carabao Cup. That might not be the reason, but his influence, his positioning, and there is also Jorginho to Arsenal. There is also Jacob Kiwa to Arsenal as well. And then there is one other signing. Okay, Trossard. There is Mikel Arteta to Chelsea. There is Aubameyang. I'm tempted to laugh like that guy in Ghana, but I don't have his laughing skills. I wish I have Mr. Best in this studio to laugh the way he laughs, because I think his laugh will compete against that guy in Ghana, but I don't have his ability to laugh like that. But I'm tempted. Just calling Chelsea players is making me want to laugh. Cucurella, Fofana, Aubameyang, Mikel Arteta, all the players that they signed, the hijacked ones, doing well. There is also, okay, so we're not going to go out of the Premier League. I wanted to go to Barcelona and say there is also Rafinha and the rest of them, but that's a long conversation. Let's focus on the Chelsea. Your team is such a shit right now. Like I hate to talk about Chelsea and their weak coach who makes so much excuses. Well, having said that, let's go back to this one. They said Eze Patrick says Haaland is the best summer signing for the EPL. Leo Ode, he said, "Buongiorno, boss. Buongiorno, my brother. How you doing?" He said, "For me, I feel say Joe and Paul make mistakes. Sha, I'm so happy for my darling Arsenal yesterday. He did sweet my belly, and I'm also wishing Osimhen well." I like the way this guy writes, mix of English and Pidgin English. Just come out very, very smooth. You know where to slot it in and put it there. On Instagram, Estrova Mendel is my wife. He said, let him go to Madrid, but Zima only has one season left on him. I don't want to trust England with Osimhen's talent. Okay, that's fine. But the caveat on the Madrid team is you all know that Madrid would choose Mbappe over Osimhen. Mbappe has star power that Osimhen doesn't have. I don't think, and this is going to be crazy, I don't think that Mbappe is miles ahead of Osimhen in terms of quality, in terms of talent or ability. But I just think that, come on, Madrid likes a player that will sell shirts, a player that arrives at award night, dressed, draped in his suit, 3-piece or 2-piece, whatever piece suit, and is looking like the ambassador. I think that Osimhen is still a lot street boy. So Osimhen lacks some kind of grooming. You understand what I'm saying? Like there is a bit of grooming, professional grooming that is lacking in his brand. And I hope that maybe one day he will look at that part of that aspect of his brand and say, okay, I want to change this. I want to chisel that. Okay, so let me give you a good example. You see Odion, when Odion was in Europe, played well for Watford and the rest of them. But Odion, if you notice, Odion have carefully presented us with a church boy brand, right? A church boy, decent brand. Even when he had issues with his marriage, because of how he carries himself and how he presented his brand, and a mommy's boy, which and I'm amazed that people don't like him for that. And I think that that's also why, maybe because I'm a mommy's boy, but the difference between me and Odion is I'm a bad boy. I'm the guy who you will see, you can see me fight on the streets. I'm not lying. You can see me fight on the streets. I don't think I would ever get so matured or so successful that you would take that out of me. You can hear terrible things about me, like, yeah, and if it comes out, I will say, okay, so what? I move on. Odion is not like that. Very decent, very nice guy, very humane, very humble, very peaceful. Osimhen, on the other hand, is like me. Probably that's why we get along very well. Osimhen is like me. Osimhen is the kind of guy that will fight you on the street, fight you naked, with next minute wear his clothes and move on, right? You know, go crazy. He can ignore you for 1 year, and then the next minute he's talking to you with all sorts of respect and humility and vibes and all that, and you looking at you like, wasn't this guy ignoring me for a couple of years? So I look at all the Nigerian players that I've met. Kenneth Omero, for instance, nice guy to the fault, but have a problem with picking his phone, right? And then you look at some other guys who are too scared to have a conversation with you straight up. What I like about Osimhen is he get in the shindig with you. Like, okay, you want to talk? Let's talk. I want to tell you my mind, I'll tell you my mind. I want to say F you, I say F you. But then if I want to show you love too, I show you love. I kind of like him because he reminds me of myself a whole lot. Having said that, that brand, he needs to own it. He's not owned it properly. Mbappe has owned his brand. Bad boy with a baby face. You could call him a babyface assassin. See, if you notice, when in the FIFA award, when Martinez was giving the award and he came up and he said, "I love France," you know, the way he said it, you could see the face, the camera, man, those production people, I'm learning, they just went straight to Mbappe's face, and, you know, Mbappe here and Martinez there, and I'm looking at the MCR, the production room, and I'm looking at the two split cameras, you know, that are panning. I'm saying to myself, look at Mbappe, how he's looking at you like, I wish I had the power to spit fire or freeze you there. Like more like France kill you there. Well, hey, it was fun anyway. Mbappe has his babyface assassin, looking nice, but it's me. It would hurt you. Haaland, for instance, have this immature look, like Mugu. To ever underrate the Mugu. You understand? That's the one. But Osimhen's got this mean streak about him, this all over the place. There's a guy I played with in Chaparros. His name is Obi. We call it Obi Rarara. He's everywhere, but he scores. Okay? That's Osimhen for you. So Madrid would not like to have that kind of brand in their team. They would rather go for the babyface assassin, the guy who will sell 200,000 jerseys in a season, the guy who will bring in more money, the guy who will bring in more endorsement, the guy who will bring in more signings, and then, he's the best of two blacks right now. And I think that's what they would do. Prince _Venga 20 say, Happy New Month, sir. I pray for special blessings this month on you and your family, and you too, your family as well. So I think that Madrid, as much as we want Madrid, I'm sure not sure it's gonna happen, but with the Simba, you never can say anything because it's a child of destiny as well as a boy who God has blessed, no man can curse. So we can sit back here and watch. Leo, they say, boss, the studio improvement, with the sun, nice one, wishing you more grace, make you get better day. Thank you very much. The guy, you really does know how to make speech in English and English, man. I love you. Okay, so this thing I will do in this test. This is not the real deal. So we got the real software yesterday, and it didn't work with this computer. Right? This computer is too small. Find out that this my beloved, adorable, lovely computer has now become too small. The RAM speed is too slow. Couldn't work. We tested all through the night. We're working here all through the night till like 1 a.m. And then when I got the OBS, and that's what we're still testing this thing. But this OBS doesn't give us the things that we need anyway. This is just, okay, let's keep this one going. Eventually, I'm going to spend about 2.5, 2.7 million in the next couple of months to buy a gaming computer. And an exact gaming computer that will enable us to do almost all the things that we desire to do. So pray for us, wish us well, we get lucky, and all these people that are doing why do I keep forgetting this thing? Oh God of heaven, I don't understand how I always forgetting this. As people that are dashing us money, pray that all of them will be dashing us money, and the people that we were talking to about sponsorship and partnership, let them give us a go ahead to do business with them. We're talking to the Benel Insurance people. We have some things we'll propose some ideas to them. We're still on it, even this morning before my show started, and a few other brands like that. If they pay us, obviously I'll buy it. I don't have 2.7 million in the bank right now to buy anything of that nature. Somebody is kind enough to buy and say, I'm sending it to you. I won't do backflip. I don't have the leg to do it anymore, but I'll be extremely happy and excited. But for now, that's what is holding on. That's the danger. That's the hurdle in front of us, but we will definitely cross it. Right? Ayodele Wolabi, he said if Victor signed for United, they will the EPL straight away. I think you want to say they will win the EPL straight away. I agree with you as well. That's why I am praying, hoping, praying, and wishing that Arsenal wins the EPL this season, because they might not be able to do it next season, combining Champions League, the FA Cup. I don't think that next season any Arsenal fan will be happy to see Arteta just easily, fall out of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Not like we need the Carabao Cup, but FA Cup is our cup. We like to win that cup. We've got 14, and there'll be nothing bad to aim for 15, even if we don't win it. So it's something to look forward to. Having said that, I think that if Victor Osimhen added to this Manchester United team, a proper preseason and everything, oh boy, they just would win the title. They would, because it's brutal. That boy is brutal. People don't, maybe because he's a Nigerian, he's an African, I don't know. People don't really see him for who he is. A player who doesn't score penalties, who doesn't get as much supply as some other strikers get, and the kind of goals that they score, the kind of force and fear You look at Osimhen in the Italian Serie A, it's not just the goals. The fact that they put so much fear in the heart and skin of the opposition is even the main thing for me. When Osimhen plays, look at the opposition defense. They don't try all this high line that some defenders are trying in the Premier League. You try that, you are dead, you're done for. Because he can run, he can drag you, he can play with his back to the goal, he can play all alone. Excuse me, all alone as a lone striker. It could really, really punish you and all that. But we'll see how that go at the end of the season. The summer is not far away. It will soon happen. Well, Mikel Arteta is saying, how is Ten Hag doing it? United has played lots of games and they keep winning. Bros, what is your prediction for the weekend game between United and Liverpool at Anfield? Case is the buy. Casemiro is the buy of the season. I think that Manchester United would beat Liverpool at Anfield. Now, this is my reason. I know that Liverpool have been doing well lately, but they've been playing against teams that they should beat ordinarily. Every time they come against, look at yesterday's game, for instance. And I was watching that game and I said in the first half, if Wolves have scored only one goal in like 15, 14 games this season. So if Wolves had a player who could put the ball in the net, in the first time they would have scored 3. Man United get those kind of chances. Hey, Liverpool, you will be all over the places. You'll be regretting. And Liverpool concede first, their morale will go down. I think this is me. Manchester United will win at Anfield this. And you know, it's a grudge match. It's also like a derby match. Two rivals. And I think that there is more experience on the side of Manchester United. I saw a glimpse of what Mo Salah can do yesterday, but it was because Wolves were really off color. And even the goals, even the one that was Salah, the goals that they scored, you could see that there is still a scrappiness to the Liverpool team. But when you watch Manchester United, there is this whole team on a mission, a group of people. We know what we're doing, we know where we're going, we know what we want, we know how to get to where we're going. And you need to compare that to Manchester United, to Liverpool. Liverpool are still struggling to bind themselves together, to bond and work in harmony as they used to, the Liverpool we used to know. So in all of that, I think that when I sit where I am and I'm looking at Liverpool and I'm saying to myself, you know what, yes, they seem to be reviving now, but there's just this thing about them that tells me if they meet a cracker, just like what happened with Madrid. Madrid are not the best team this season, but you scored 2 goals and you crumbled and considered 5. That's going to happen again in the Manchester United game, even though they're playing at home. Anfield used to be a place you don't go because you can't get anything out of it. You go to that place, they're singing, you never walk alone, and the whole atmosphere, the whole thing is happening, and you lose it. But I don't think so this time around. Manchester United, for me, will win. Yeah, 69 Logistics says, with the wingers at United, I think Osimhen will have good supplies for goals at Old Trafford. Chelsea are still under construction. That team isn't set yet. I agree with you completely. I would not advise him to go to Chelsea now because the struggle will be too much. Don't know what kind of coach they're going to get in. And I don't understand the kind of loyalty that Todd Boehly is having with this man. I just pray and I hope and wish that Chelsea will lose their remaining 2 games. The next 2 games or 3, and then they fire him, because you cannot hate Chelsea so much that you wish them that they don't progress. Chelsea is a big team and you want to see them progress, and unfortunately with Todd Boehly there is no outlet for that progress to happen. So that's just the way I think about it anyway. We might not all agree on this one, but that's just the way I think about it. I hope I've answered your question, Mikel Arteta. Ayodele Wolabi, he said, I'd advise Victor to join United as clearly United have a void in the striker role. Okay, it will complement the other players at United better, and with the kind of manager he will be having at United, I agree with you as well. Okay, I can't even argue that one at all. As in, a day is not going to come when I'll be able to argue that one, because where is even the argument? Where's the basis for my argument? What am I going to use, put on the ground and say, on this basis is why I am arguing? Okay, Asagi Ekmawan says that if it comes down to United, PSG and Madrid, I think Victor should go to the highest bidder. It's all about the money for me. Simple. I love you, man. Shop knuckles. Shop knuckles. Shop knuckles. Shop knuckles. Shop knuckles. Better knuckles. about this one when they talk. So money matter a lot. I like money matter. Anything that have to do with money. So I became a CEO. I realized that money comes in different form. When you're working, you plan your life around your salary and the little extra you get. When you're a CEO, you plan your life around everything because anything can happen overnight. You know, you are just everywhere. Yeah, what's it called? Ayodele Olabi said, I think Osimhen will be having a better project at Manchester United. He said United are hungry, and if they pay him a decent fee, obviously they will, he should also think about what he can win. I don't see Madrid going for him, but between PSG and Manchester United, I will go with Manchester United. I agree with you completely. Eze Patrick is back. He said, I think it's still too early to say Onwa should made a mistake. Okay, until the relegation. Okay, for Aribo, I really don't know what to say. Like Mayor, he said, greeting bros, greetings to you. Asanya Ekpawe says, the best signing in the EPL this season is Casemiro. He has improved the team better than Haaland at City. Right, I agree with you. Last season, City won the league title, so when you want to define improvement, you have to define improvement on the basis of where are City were competing in all titles last season. This season, you don't even know where they would end. It seems like they will go completely empty-handed. Yes, Haaland has scored quite a lot of goals. I would rather say that Man City have improved Haaland, but I don't know if Haaland have improved Man City. This is my opinion. I might be wrong about him. Okay, Prince Wenger 20 said, what of Osimhen to Arsenal? Arsenal doesn't have the money to pay him. Arsenal doesn't have the money to buy him. Osimhen now is in the 150 to 250 million transfer range. Arsenal doesn't have that money. Let's not deceive ourselves. Me, I like to be very, very honest. And I don't think that's a player that Arsenal will go to. Yes, you will hear the rumors that Arsenal are looking at him. That's where it will end. Looking at beautiful women does not mean you will get them. I look at Ferrari all the time. I go online and I look at Gulfstream G650 all the time. Private jet, the new one, Bentley, the new, Rolls Royce just did a new Jeep now. I look at it all the time. Do I have the money to buy it? So Arsenal could just be like me. I'm looking at online. I'm looking at eBay. I'm looking at Amazon. I'm looking at Alienware software, computer. I'm looking at all those things, but I don't have the money to buy it. Okay, so that's where Arsenal is right now. Arsenal is like me. I am standing by your window. You want to go and thief? Arsenal not going to buy your bros. Say. What of Osimhen to Arsenal, sir? Or is it no-go area for Arsenal? How I wish. Yes, if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. Or wishes are not horses. Okay, so just stay aside. Arsenal, this, you know that they say American movie. This is above your pay grade. This one is above Arsenal's pay grade. Okay, Arsenal will go broke if they try to sign with Osimhen. I'm just saying that. So let's move past that Arsenal. Yeah, let me say. Grade your PFA player of the year: Odegaard, Haaland, Rashford, Casemiro, Saka. Your top three. I think Bukayo Saka will win the best young player of the season. I don't think he's going to get player of the year. Player of the year, Haaland wins the highest goal scorer award. Is most likely going to get it. If Man City wins the FA Cup, for instance, you know, it's going to be hard to knock him out of the goals that he scored. But I put Casemiro up there in my list in terms of best signing for this season. Rashford, the only thing that puts him there is because he's an English player. He's done well. I'm not going to lie. It's done well, but look at his numbers and that of Harry Kane. You'll be so shocked that we're not talking about Harry Kane, but Harry Kane has done pretty well as well. So I'm going to put my smart money on the battle between Haaland and Casemiro. For that one, based on the question you asked. Let's try on instant content and contest. Okay, Osage Gomez said, I think Onuachu should have waited till the summer to make a move. He shouldn't have gone to relegation fighting team. Yeah, like I said when the news was announced, I said my problem with him going to Southampton is that he's been playing for a team that dominate possession, that create chances and put the ball on the platter, because that's the kind of goal he scores. He's not a guy who goes back, take the ball and walk his way through. So now he's going to play for a team that will not have possession for 80 to 90 minutes of the game. They will be on the back foot defending all their life. They bank on half chances, lucky break and all that. Corner kick, a team that gets only 3 corner kick in 90 minutes. It's not the kind of team you want to go to if you are a goal poacher. Okay, but hey, he made the move. and the team is going from bad to worse. Let's see how it goes anyway. But we'll keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see how these things go. Thank you very much for everybody who's viewing us right now. The numbers are rising, which is very, very nice. Please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do what to subscribe. We're working very, very hard to improve our content, our streaming, and everything. And we've just been hit with the need to spend close to 3 million naira to improve our hardwares and software as well. We will do it, we promise. I promise you guys, I promise you guys that I will do it, okay? I assure you, I'm not Buhari, but I assure you, we will do it, okay? But it's going to take a couple of months, 3 or 4 months from now. Hopefully before July, we should do it, okay? And hopefully start streaming. We'll stream in different colors. This will be better. This will be improving. You know, we would improve some settings that we're doing right now that you're seeing, and you will like it. But having said that, though, we need you guys to be patient with us. Also support us, push us, because we need to grow now. We've got to pass the stage of we're trying our luck. We just want to know what we're doing. Now we're in a place where we really, really need to, you know, change the dynamics of what we do. I want to also be able to do my live streaming anywhere I go. Anywhere I go, whether I go for matches, I want to be able to do live streaming and relate with you guys, whether from my hotel room, from the stadium, anywhere. I want to be able to do that. If I get that computer, I think that will make it very easy for us to do. Having said that, let's go back to the messages that you guys have sent in. Okay. Okay. Ayodele Olabi say Casemiro is the best signing. Check his influence to their squad as to where they were coming from. Let's just not forget the type of team United were just about 6 months ago. He adds still to the middle. I agree with you 100%. And then when I say Mbappe has the PRO higher than Osimhen, Mbappe is a French boy. There's already so much poise and style around Mbappe. The branding of Mbappe is what is selling him well. I agree with you 100%. And I keep telling a lot of Nigerian players that yes, you want to do this your way, but there comes a time where you need that branding, where you need a team that will brand you, that will tell you, on this occasion, do like this. On this moment, do like this. It is very, very important. There are just some things that you just need to do. Leo, they say, boss, for me, I think Jorginho to Arsenal, because he take pressure away from Thomas Partey and make we Arsenal fan relax. I can't say he is the best signing this season. Arsenal might end up winning the title, but I can't say he's the best signing this season. Yes, what have happened at Arsenal that is very beautiful with the signing of Trossard and Jorginho and even Jacob Kiwior is the fact that all of a sudden Arsenal has gone from an 11-player team to a team with depth, strength in depth. But when they start playing in the Europa next month, we would now have that conversation once again. But I think I love the strength in depth right now that the team has got. And when Gabriel Jesus comes back, probably Emile Smith is fully fit and ready to go. We would have that conversation. But I cannot see how my sane mind will be able to pick Jorginho over Casemiro now, especially knowing that they play the same position. I cannot. Osage Gomez say, boss, Mbappe is more marketable than Victor. You have said it all. He needs to brand himself to appeal to the wide range of people. Leo, they say, boss, so me want to make Osimhen go Madrid because it will make him a bigger player. I know that. And who knows, maybe win the Ballon d'Or. Okay, maybe. Aside Bawan says Mbappe is already a bigger name than Osimhen. Eze Patrick said there is also a Darwin Nunes now. Now wow, Darwin Nunes. So you call only you talk the Nawa self. You should be ashamed to say you mentioned Darwin Nunes for this conversation when we talk to. Let me say, Eze Patrick, hide your face. You better hide your face. Akibola Larry says Casemiro is the best signing for me this season. Eze Patrick say we might say all this and Osimhen ends up staying at Napoli. No, he will move. He will move. The pressure for him to move is very, very high. He will move. I say. Okay. The Olama said the only thing that comes to mind about Grimsby is the movie Brothers Grimsby. Yeah, good one for them. Looking forward to El Classico tonight. Right, Asage Bowen says Arsenal that couldn't pay 70 million for Modric. No, it was Arsenal was willing to pay. It just the deal didn't go through. It's not that, but Arsenal cannot sign us. I beg. Let's not even talk about that. I beg, make them shifts. Olatunji Emmanuel, he said, boss, what do you think about United signing a winger or two? Because aside Rashford and few times Garnacho, the others haven't really affected much, especially Anthony and Sancho. I think that given time, Anthony will come good. It's just that Anthony is a tad bit too selfish, but that was what Thierry Henry was at the beginning. It's just that he also doesn't have the ambition of Thierry Henry. I think Sancho would also come good, but in the summer, Man United need about 4 more players, and of those 4, 3 should be up front in the attack, so that he could let somebody like Anthony Martial go. I think Martial has overstayed his welcome. It's about time to let him go. So I think we could get 1 player on the right, 1 player on the left to put competition for Anthony and Sancho. Garnacho is an asset, but I don't think Garnacho would play more than 2 seasons again for Manchester United. Real Madrid or Barcelona or even Bayern Munich might come and take them. Yet Man United is a big club, unless the Arab people come to buy Manchester United. Man United is a big club currently. If they still stay with the Glazer, they will obviously be forced to sell. Let's not forget that Manchester United are thinking on the edge of financial fair play as well. So they need to sell some players. And that's where people like Garnacho, Maguire, and a few other players will be sold at the end of the season. Once to do that, they will need to replace players and sell. So I'm looking at the possibility of that happening. Having said that, let's go to the other messages that we have there. Leo says, boss, I don't come again. Oh, I beg. How you see this Gary Neville, the bad belly way he get for Arsenal and not be here? Oh, he still the best. See, we too they celebrate anytime we win. Well, Gary Neville is so let me tell you something about this job called football analysis or punditry. You'll be shocked that when you meet Gary Neville away from, you know how you guys used to hate me when I was in Brilla? So in analysis, there is a cross-pollination of thoughts and ideas sometimes, and it is also not good for everybody in the studio to sound similar. It kills the job. It makes the job very, very bad. So what you do is put a guy who is willing to put his image on the line, to be the bad person, to say things that makes people look like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, so I think that's exactly where Gary Neville is in this whole conversation. Just like when you watch CBS, when you have that lady that presented, I've forgotten her name now. Laura is Talksports. Okay, I've forgotten the lady's name now, but then you have Thierry Henry, you have Jimmy Carragher. Then the jester, the joke of the studio is Michael Richards, right? So there are shows like that, there are personalities like that. They pay you. When you see a media outfit like Sky Sports paying £4.7 million a year for Gary Neville, I don't think they are paying him to come and be an idiot. I think they know that he understands football, he's played it, he knows it, but they want him to put up a character. Just like I tried to explain some of the things I did when I was in Brilla. The system needed a character, a guy who doesn't agree with everybody, a guy who stands on the, Kat Abdul, right? You know, so when you look at that studio, you know that sometimes some people will be angry. Like, I've watched clips. Some people have tagged me in a clip where they say, Thierry Henry, Champions League winner, Mikel Arteta, Champions League winner, and Michael Richard, the guy who played only 5 games or so. In the Nigerian context, if you do that in Nigerian studio, people will be angry. That's an insult. Why you do that? Because we live in a world where respect are forced. But we forget that in the media, certain things are aesthetics. Certain things are done. Somebody can just be used as the butt of the joke, just making the evil person. But in Nigeria, we just take this on face value. Okay? Let me give you a good example. There are so many parents who would never allow their daughter to marry the child, or their son to marry the daughter of Patience Ozokwo because of what they see in movie. So we're very, very different and unique kind of people. But having said that, I think that what Gary Neville does is, first off, he played for Manchester United at the time where Arsenal and Man United are rivals. You would always whip up that sentiment. Now, if the Arsenal players fall for the trap, it's their business. Secondly, what is media? Imagine me doing this show talking all this talk and you guys are not putting your comments. So sometimes you wake up in the morning and you say, like when I was in Brilla, I just wake up in the morning and say, okay, what's going on? What's the news on the ground right now? What's the big thing that is happening right now? Okay, it's Man United. If you notice, I never attack my Chelsea players because the players are good. You can't fault Lampard or John Terry or Didier Drogba, Joe Cole, Ashley Cole. You can't. Cavallo, even Jose Mourinho. So you now have to find a way because their fans are on the up. They are the loudest right now. And this is what happens with media. What brings money to media is traction. If you don't go out there and put comments that will bring reaction, they're not going to pay you your money. So I think that's what Gary Neville is doing. To make people, if you listen to the former Crystal Palace owner that's now working on TalkSport that does the afternoon beat, what's his name now? Oh God, the guy, the former Crystal Palace owner. I mean, I'm getting old. I'm forgetting this. Okay, but I like him. Simon Jordan. If you listen to Simon Jordan, you practically say, like when you listen to him without understanding how media work, you hate him. But he's spitting the truth. The manner in which he says it is what pisses people off. I've had people calling on the show and say, you are a failed businessman. And I laugh. Just the same way people have called in Umbrella and say, I may God kill your mama on the day my mother died. Somebody called in on the radio and says, my son, Michael, when he was born in 2012, April, that this your pikin go die. You know, people have said things like that. People have said things like, SARS will kill you. You will die. Amrabas will kill you. No big deal. But the thing is, you need people who bring reaction. And you never know how important those people are until they leave. I remember people used to say that I am toxic in Brilla. And I remember telling someone that if I leave Brilla will beg to have a person like me. It's almost 6 years now, right, that I left. Don't forget that Brilla, with or without me, is a massive institution. Is a massive radio station. An impossible being possible, right? But look at the vacuum I created. Because there's nobody again who's bold enough to put on that kind of character, to call out club, to make prediction, to say things. So that's what Gary Neville is. You as fans just need to understand that the brother is doing his job and his employers are happy. I tell people that if I wasn't doing my job, I wouldn't have lasted 13 years in the station where I left before I came here, in Brilla before I came here. So you need to understand that as well, so that you don't go hating on Gary Neville unnecessarily. I hope I've been able to explain it well for you, Leo, because sometimes we take these things too personal and it's just a show. It's just a show. You might meet Gary Neville sitting next to some Arsenal fans and eating and drinking and having a good talk and like, wait a minute, is this not the same Gary Neville? Yeah, it is like that. That's how this our job is. Well, there's not much time again. Let me read all the remaining messages so that I can pack my bags and packages and go. Leo said, please, guys, let's have share and like the video. Thanks. Yeah, thank you very much. Kimbola Larry, he said, now window shopping, Arsenal go do when it concerns me. Absolutely. Yeah, Mikel Arteta said, bros, how about paying influencers to help in tweeting your channel? So listen, I tried that earlier on. One of the things that I've noticed, and it's sad, is okay. So because with sports, people don't react to sports that much, sports channel that much. That's one. Two, in Nigeria. Two, when you remember when I was doing all this big channel interview with Odion, Osimhen, Kenneth Meru, Taiwo Awoniyi, all of these guys. What I was hoping, because they have bigger audience, was that they would share the interview. They're like, oh, my guys, so I did this interview with 1110 TV, go and watch. Apart from John Ogu, who did it. Every other one didn't do it. So to me, I have come to realize that, again, the influencers, most of the influencers are hustlers, right? I've reached out to the end of, for instance, and he said he doesn't tweet YouTube because he's also doing YouTube, so he doesn't promote YouTube. I reached out to quite a few other of these guys. They'll tell you, oh, I'm doing YouTube, so I can't promote another person's YouTube channel. So I left it there. I think that if I revamp my production a little bit, that would change on its own. I have tried all those outlets that you guys are saying. I've spoken to some of these people, and I just realized that it's not like that. The only people who seem to be interested a bit is Linda KG. But I need to do some kind of interview and then I'll pay them. It's a bit expensive, about 300 and something thousand naira. Get them to push my channel. That I will do. But I want to do that when I have changed my software, when I maybe buy the computer that I need to buy, and then when I'm doing that so that I promote this show. Because I've also noticed that this show now have a very high traction, high amount of comments, high amount of views. It is about time to market the show and put the show out there and get people, to come. First off, I really need to say thank you. Imagine 55 people are viewing right now. Like currently 55 people are viewing, which is massive. And that's something I like about YouTube. You can tell the number. When I was on radio, I don't know how many people that's listening to me. It's the same people that are calling every day to shout on the radio. But this, okay, today, and this number of people in view, that's this number of people in view. You can tell all of that. So we're working on that and we eventually get it done. I've tried the influencer route. In Nigeria, it's not working. So I'm going to try another aspect of it. Osage Kwame said that Nigerian players need to learn how to brand themselves. Not every time that talent or luck will open the door for you. It is it's always good to be in the faces of people. A classic example is Pogba. Yeah. Osage says that Kit Abdul, yes, was trying to tell me the name of the lady on the CBS show. Osage Kwame said, boss, now what if Piers Morgan take the catch up? Good. That's the point. You think that Piers Morgan is an idiot? He's not an idiot. He understands the media. I remember when I started that thing, everybody, like the old school people in Nigerian media are the ones that stifle you. They start calling you. You think they want to advise you, they want to help you. So this thing you're doing, don't be so good, they don't have more. You are going to mess this thing up. No. No. Big Just JKD say you selling shares. Yes, I'm open to partnership for now. Selling shares, no, we're not a listed company, so we can't sell shares right now. But I'm open to partnership and well-defined partnership because, first off, it is not a pathway to progress, right? It's a pathway to progress. We now know that, okay, this thing can be financially viable. So I'm open to somebody saying, okay, I want to partner you with XYZ amount of money, and I'm going to watch you do this I'm an investor in your business. I'm going to watch you do this for the next 5 years, and then you start paying me back with XYZ interest. That's fine. Because that's where we are now. I mean, in the last couple of years, we were not sure. I won't lie to you. People have come. Somebody came and wanted to give me £25,000 some time ago. And I said, I don't even know what I'm doing. You give me this money, am I going to buy a car? I'm going to buy a house for myself. I don't know what I'm doing. And the guy was like, I came all the way to England to come and meet you. And say, I saw that. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what I'm doing. We sat in this office. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand how this thing works. I'm not going to take your money and tomorrow night, before one night, you can call me all sorts of things, but don't call me a thief. And at this rate, if you give me this £25,000, I will be a thief. Okay? And the guy looked at me and said, well, I respect you. And he left. But now I know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not investing all of these things. No, I know what I'm doing right now. And the good thing is, I now have, which is the hardest part, I now have a YouTuber who's my manager, who manages my account, who tells me, okay, do this, do that, improve this, improve that. That's the hard part to get on YouTube. To have YouTube dedicate somebody from their office in the US to you, and then okay, you have arrived. Now I can invest, I can push my money. I say, okay, yeah, I can take money now. In 5 years' time, I'll give you this, or 2 years' time, or 3 years' time, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. Well, that's because I know what we're doing now, and we're heading in a direction that is very, very clear for us. So yes, I'll take investment. Sabi Boy 014 said, boss, I remember Neymar making fun of Casemiro, telling him that he only went to United for money. That was just a joke. It was a banter, and Brazilians, they joke a lot. That's an eternal banter. Everybody plays football for money, man. Okay. Sage. Okay, I think I've taken that one. Sage said, boss, waiting. Okay, I've taken that one. Lukman Adebayo was going to say Samuel Jordan, and then Leo Ode says, thanks, boss. Now I understand. That's why you are the boss this game. Okay, is a party final under 20 qualifying today will lift my spirit. I wish them well. As I go, I want to remind all of you guys again, we all agreed to lift this man, Eze Patrick. I hope some of you have reached out to him and given him the little support that you can give to him. Yes, as much as I need all the support, all the push, but I still think that this guy has been very, very constant. It's a member of the family. When I watch the Arsenal Fan TV, one of the things that I love about him is they've created a family connection, their crew and their fans. and they support different causes. Even the earthquake in Turkey and Syria, they were raising funds the other day, and I was just watching it, and I said I contributed my little that I could. I called my sister in the UK and a few people that could, and I was saying to myself, one day I would like to do this type of thing, like something would happen, and I will be able to just say, okay, guys, let's contribute 100,000 or 50,000 or 20,000 or 1,000 to help this person that is in this condition. I look forward to that. It's not just, oh, do YouTube, be popular, be viral. There are some spin-off that comes from it, and I hope that we're able to achieve all of that one of these days. And I do wish the under 20 best of luck. And I don't have so much confidence in him, but he's a Nigerian national team. I wish them the very best, and I hope that for the sake of their career, they beat Uganda tonight, because winning Uganda tonight means that they will qualify. Finally, as I go, Edition Lavama say ETH, which is Eric Ten Hag, has proven that having a good coach and a stable board that will allow you work make the difference. If you like who get bored when they back you. If you bad, you bad. LOL. I know it's strange shades at Chelsea. Well, this is where we draw the curtain on the show today. Thank you very much. We'll still keep working. We'll still keep doing the things that we do to improve the quality of what we put out. I like that you like what you see today, but this is just the test run. This is not really what it is. When you see what we meant to be, when we changed our some of the systems, then you would understand. But for now, bear with us. Please do want to subscribe to our YouTube channel and preach the gospel. Tell your friends. I mean, if you're in the office of 5, tell them, oh, subscribe to this is my guy channel. It's my guy. I want to see him grow. The way you talk about us would actually encourage other people to subscribe to our channel. But having said that, my name is Idafi Mathias Yoganer. I am grateful for your time, for being here with me, 63 people plus. God bless you. Have for yourself a wonderful day. And for those of you on Instagram as well, I love you guys. Thank you, and have the very best of the day. Remember, if you're in Nigeria, you don't like the result of the election, don't pursue violence. 1, you still have 8 days from now, you still have the opportunity to speak against the people you think that have oppressed you. That's 1. 2, support whoever your candidate is to get the right evidence, proof when they go to court so that they can win. I leave you guys right now, and I say, because we're living here does not mean you cannot listen to our radio. You can still listen to us on www.elegotatv.com/radio. You can also read some very beautiful stories, articles that we put on our website, www.elegotatv.com, and then you can download the mobile application on your Android Play Store. In the coming days, we will be on iOS. We've gotten first stage and second stage approval, so the third stage is about to happen. We'll be on iOS, so you can download the app anywhere you are. Thank you very much, and have for yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.